You have our timer on?
Yeah. There you are. You look really nice on the camera too.
Yeah. So this person might not show up on it, so just wait until you see them, I guess, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. It's just me right now. There we go. Just jump up to 6.
Mm-hmm. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, guys.
Got 9 people now.
9 people. Starting. Welcome to my live, you guys.
Someone asked, are you doing any free questions today?
No, just donation, guys. So all of my lives from now on are going to be done by donation. You can do donations through just gifting on the live, and then top gifters will get their questions answered, or you can do it through my link tree under donation, okay?
Right, we've got 19.
Do you see, is that the Ashley there?
Who?
I see an Ashley.
Uh,
No, on the, here.
Yeah, she's here.
Is that the Ashley that
Yeah.
just donated?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Ashley. Welcome. We got your donation, honey. So I'll get to you first, okay, honey? So just stay on. So there's a few on, so I'm just going to start now. Welcome to my live, you guys. I am a psychic medium. My name is Rebecca Dragonheart, and I've been doing my work now since 1993. Here on my live, you can get your questions answered by donation only. So if you go up into my link tree, there's a donate button. You can pick whichever denomination you'd like, put your name in and your question into instructions to seller, and that will get you on the list. All the money that is donated is for helping me get my children's book out, which is called The Little Light, A Soul's Journey. And I'm a self-published author. That's how you say that. So I have to come up with all of the funds myself. So that's why my lives are by donation now. So if you're interested in checking out The Little Light, there is a link in my link tree. You can just click that and see all the information about it. But basically, it's a book that I channeled over 20 years ago that is about the soul and the journey coming from the other side into this incarnation and what that looks like for us, what the other side looks like, what we look like on the other side, and then as we're picking our experiences in our life, partners and families and all of that, and what that all looks like. So it's a fun book, and I think it's going to be a wonderful book to have out there for kids to help them understand who and what they are. All right. Okay, so we are going to start now. I have, what's Ashley's last name?
Ashley Casimir Sack.
Okay, and her question was
I got it.
Oh, you have it there? Okay, perfect.
Ashley Joy, says, hello, a message from my guides, please.
Mm-hmm. So Ashley, with you, there's, so they tell me that you do have a lot of sensitivities, meaning that you are very psychic and intuitive in a lot of things. You feel very empathic, honey. So that means that when you get a feeling about somebody, you got to trust that feeling. And they do communicate quite frequently with you. And what I'm hearing is that they use numbers quite a lot. So make sure that when you are seeing those sequence of numbers, whether it's 111, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, that you're tracing back your thoughts, feelings, and words, and then correlate those numbers, okay? Because those numbers are really messages from them, okay?
All right. 1 second here.
Mm-hmm.
We are receiving a couple more.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Our next question here is from Emily Pink Splash Rose, who asks, will I move into my dream home soon? If so, when? I've been in love with this home for 9 years. Thank you.
So I'm hearing it's 2024, honey. So soonish. It's not as soon as you'd want it to be, but 2024 you will be moving into it. So there's a reason why you're drawn to it, is what I'm hearing. All right.
All right. Oh, I do see Pooja said she's very genuine about readings. Just putting my feedback. By the way, thank you for the Insta reply.
Oh, you're welcome, honey. Thanks for the support.
All right. I do see some people asking how to donate and if there's an alternate to the link tree.
You can go through my website if you want to do it that way, www.rebeccadragonheart.com, and you can go just to, it's under the little light, there's a donate button there, so you can pick your denomination there as well, okay? Minimum of $5 though.
All right. Our next question here is from Miss Chantel, who asks, "What am I meant to do in this lifetime?"
So, honey, you're somebody who is here to help heal people, okay? So they show me you doing nursing or some kind of healing modality, okay? So if you don't want to be a nurse, that's cool. You don't have to, but they do show me you working in healing. So that means if you decide to, you could do the alternatives. So you could do things like touch therapy, massage therapy, Reiki, reflexology, that kind of thing if you don't want to be a nurse, but I do see you doing healing work, okay, honey? So that's what you're here for.
All right. Our next question is from Melissa, who asks, "Is there a future with Mark after the separation?"
Not the way that you want it to be. So I do feel like there is still going to be communication happening, but it doesn't feel like you guys are going to come back together the way that you were before, okay? What I do hear is that you've already gained what you've needed to gain from the relationship, and it's kind of time to move on anyways. It does feel like somebody else is coming into your life, but not until later next year is what I'm hearing, okay?
All right. We did jump up quite a bit.
Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Rebecca Dragonheart, and I am a psychic medium. I've been doing my work now since 1993. If you'd like to get a question answered here on my live, it's all done by donation, so you can just do that through my link tree. Click the donate button, put your name and question into the instructions for seller, and that way we can get you on the list and get your question answered right away.
All right. We do have our list here.
Okay,
now.
So we're going to read out the list of the people in order of how we've received. So listen for your name, and that will be when you are read.
All right. So our next question will be from Taikisha, then Tasha Lance, then Andrea Kondo, then Melinda, then Poetic Linda.
Oh, I like that.
Then Autumn. And that's it for now.
That's it for now. Perfect. Okay, so you guys are next.
Yeah. All right. So Taikisha is our next one.
Welcome back, honey.
Yeah. All right. Taikisha asks, "What day next week do you see me surprising Diego's dad, Jerry, with the pregnancy news? What month and year will my first baby be due?"
So I'm hearing Friday is when you're going to have that done, so that confirmation. Okay, so Friday is an important date for you. I'm hearing that with the pregnancy, it does feel like it's not going to go full term, so you might be a little bit early, so just be ready for that. It might be a little bit of an early pregnancy type thing. It does feel like you're going to be okay, everything's going to be fine, but you might actually deliver about a month or so early, okay, honey? So just be prepared for that.
All right.
Yeah.
Our next question is from Tasha Lance, who asks, "Do I have any spiritual gifts? If yes, then can I know what?"
So I hear right away that they're showing me your ear, which means you're clairaudient, which means you hear things, honey, okay? So the best way to describe what that feels like is sometimes you'll feel like a pressure, and then you'll hear ringing, or you'll hear a buzz, or sometimes you'll even hear words, okay? So learning to listen to the information coming in. It also does work with thought language as well. So it's kind of hard to describe what thought language is, but you'll get that pressure again, and then you'll have like a thought that comes into your mind. Those are the things that's basically information coming into you. So it's really important to get into meditative state and allow that information to flow. It's coming from your guides, it's coming from your higher self, and it's coming from the other side, okay? So that's the strong stuff. Now I do feel also you're very emotional. How do I explain this? So using your emotions to read. So it's like being an empath. You're not fully empathic in that sense, but you definitely do feel things out. So working in letting your gut instinct work for you, okay? That's really what it feels like.
All right. Our next question here is from Andrea, who asks, "When will Joe reach out to me? Is his current relationship ending this month?"
No, I don't get that. September is when I'm hearing for his current relationship not working out for him, okay? So not until then is what I'm getting. I feel like there is communication back and forth over that whole period until that happens, okay? So just be open and receptive, I guess. Yeah.
All right. Our next question is from Melinda, who asks, "Can I trust Manuel fully?"
Yeah, I didn't get any resistance, and I hear yes, so you can, honey. I think some of the fear that you have there is just left over from other relationships, okay, honey? So you might want to work through that and just let that go. It doesn't feel like that's the case with Manuel. Sorry.
All right. Our next question here is from Poetic Linda, who asks, is there a message my guides want me to know?
Okay, so for you, honey, be ready. It feels like the next 4 months for you, there's a lot that's going to be happening, and it feels like it's happening at you fast, okay? So it's like a lot of things are changing, a lot of things are coming at you. They want you to stay calm, stay relaxed, and just kind of let that flow, because you are in the process of a big change in your life, and it's opening up a new opportunity for you. So you're moving in a different direction, and your guides are kind of forcing it, is what it feels like, okay? So they do communicate with you quite regularly, I'm hearing, and they do use music quite often with you, okay? So when I hear music, it always means that they're using the lyrics of songs to communicate. So pay attention to that when something hits you funny or you have a reaction to it. It's because it's a message, okay? So it's really important that you understand that. And again, they use numbers with you as well, so continue to listen to what you're saying, feeling, or thinking, and work with yourself there and read it that way. So what was I just thinking or feeling or saying when I saw 111 or 444 or 1234, right? That kind of thing. I always say to people who get those kinds of messages, write down what your thought was and then put the number beside it so you can keep track of it. You can do that on your phone. You don't have to have a journal or anything, but you can if you want to. But keep track of it, because you're going to get your information a lot easier that way.
All right. Our next question, and this is the end of our list, is from Autumn, who asks, what do my guides / spirit need me to know right now?
So Autumn, again, with you, it feels like there's an end to a relationship that's coming up, but it's making room for a new relationship that's more in alignment, okay? And relationship doesn't always mean romantic relationship. It can also be friendships. It can be family members that we're closing the door to, but it feels like this is somebody who hasn't necessarily been authentic fully with you. And so it does feel like they want this relationship out of the way so that you can have a better experience when it comes to that, okay? So they're telling me that's going to change. Don't be too upset about it, because it is necessary for you to have things move in the right direction, okay? That's the main message that I get from them. And honey, they're communicating with you quite frequently, and something about your dreams is really important. So whenever you're dreaming and you're remembering, please write it down, is what they say. Okay?
All right. Our next question here, while I get our list together, is from one of our top gifters.
Okay.
Julia, or Valley Girl 03, asks, should I trust Sergio with my feelings? Are his feelings honest for me?
So I feel like you're a little bit further ahead than Sergio is, but you're both in the right direction, okay? So you're both moving in that direction. You're both opening up in that capacity. You're a little bit further along, I hear. Yes, I do think you can trust him with your feelings. I think just going with it in time, okay? So don't push things too quickly. Make sure that we're taking things slowly is what I hear, okay? That way things will work out well. If we push too fast and go too fast, it's going to feel like everything's out of control, and then one of you isn't going to be comfortable anymore. All right?
All right.
Okay, you got your list now?
I do indeed.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so listen for your name, guys, and then you guys are next.
Yeah. So our next one will be from Hannah Streak, I believe, then Julia Romano, then Jordan Lewis, then Kimani, then Hannah 0523. That's all that's there. Then we have Tracy, then Martha, then Falderbo,
Okay.
Then Tina, then Gina.
That's
then
so interesting.
Sky, and then Megan.
Okay,
Right?
perfect. So you guys are all next. All right.
All right. So who's next? Hannah Streak.
My bracelets are so noisy.
All right. This person says, "Hey, I'm Hannah. I would like to know if my dad and I will travel to Fuerteventura this October."
So yeah, I do feel that you guys are going to travel. Now, I do get cautioned. Make sure that if you do purchase anything, that you purchase the insurance on it, okay? Just in case there's any kind of hiccup. Give yourself ample time to do the traveling. So don't be stuck on a time constraint, I'm hearing, okay? But yeah, you guys feel like you are going to travel. All right.
All right. I do see some people saying, I donated but didn't hear my name called yet.
Yeah, so if you haven't...
What option on Linktree do they need to click?
Oh, the donate button. So I think it's on the very top, right? Yeah, so it says donate, and then you can click whichever denomination you'd like. Just make sure you put your name and your question into the instructions to seller, okay? If you haven't heard your name yet, it just means we haven't gotten to your name yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do see we jumped up quite a bit. If you just want to go over everything.
Absolutely. So welcome everybody, and I'll get to all the other questions that we have here so far. But my name is Rebecca Dragonheart, and I am a psychic medium. How you get your questions answered here on my live is done through donation. So you can donate either here on TikTok. Only top gifters get their questions answered here though. And then if you want to for sure guarantee a question answered, you go to my link tree to the donate button, put your name and your question into the instructions to seller, and you will get put on the list, okay? All of the money earned is helping me to get my children's book out because I am a self-published author. My book is called The Little Light, A Soul's Journey, and if you do want to pre-order a copy, we are taking pre-orders now, so you can find that up in my link tree as well, or you can go to my website, www.rebeccadragonheart.com. So far we're at, what did we say? 77 copies pre-ordered, so yay! So if you want to get your copy in there, I suggest you go on over and do that. All right, so who is the top of our list here?
Our next one is from Julia Romano, who says, hi, is the new guy I'm talking to, his name is Sam, going to be the guy I'm with forever, or is it someone else?
No, I get somebody else, and I'm hearing the name Paul, so that came in really quickly, so I'm gonna go with the name Paul, okay, honey? This is just somebody to keep you busy, basically, until then.
Right, and I do see that Candy, who is on lots of times, said she just ordered a book.
Yay!
So 78 now.
78 now, yay! Thank you so much, honey, for the support. And I should mention that anybody that supports early does get a special edition copy, so it's going to be gold leafed with gold leaf paper, and it will be a signed edition, obviously, for the early support. All right.
Our next question here is from Jordan Lewis, who asks, any messages for Kara's birthday?
Any messages for
Kara's or Kara's birthday?
Kara's birthday. I don't know what they mean by this, but be prepared for some evidence. I don't know what they mean by that, but that's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'm hearing. I'm being shown that there is going to be contact or some kind of information that's coming through during that time, honey. So just be ready and prepared, I guess. I'm being shown a recorder. So I don't know if you have like a voice recorder or something like that. For some reason, they want you to keep that with you that day, okay? So make sure that you're paying attention, because there's going to be a lot of signs and a lot of communication I'm hearing, okay? Interesting. I'm hoping this person is either on the other side or somebody from the other side is having something to do with this, because it really feels like it's going to be like a spiritual communication here. Yeah. It's very interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
Our next question is from Kimani, who asks, who will I have kids with and when?
Okay, so the name, I get the name Dimitri or Dimitri, I think is what it is. And I feel like this person's coming in a little later, so it feels like more 2024 is when they're coming into your experience. And what was the other part of the question?
Who will I have kids with and when?
And when. Okay, so in 2024 is kind of when the connection is happening. I don't feel like you're having kids until probably around the end of 2025 is when I'm feeling it, okay?
All right. Mm-hmm. Our next question is from Hannah.0523. Okay. That's the Gmail.
Okay.
Or email. Or
email. Mm-hmm.
And they ask, loving your new hair. Anything from my Uncle Carl?
Yeah, so your uncle comes around quite often. I'm going to say this. I do feel like there's been evidence, or you've felt him in your space, but I do see that you're seeing, it's almost like you'll see like something move, something go by, that kind of thing. He comes around you quite often for whatever reason. He's very connected with you, but there are other people that I do feel him visiting, okay? He does show me, it's like, I don't know what it is. It looks like AC/DC CD or something. So that's just their way sometimes of validating things. So it's like basically he's showing me a CD, and it looks like an AC/DC CD. I don't know what it means. Maybe you do. That can be just his way of being like, hey, I am around and I am here kind of thing, okay? So what he brings into your space is a lot of support and a lot of love and joy, okay? So he really wants you to rock on and enjoy your life. Basically, don't let life get you down. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be exciting. It's meant to be enjoyed. So don't get serious about life, basically, is what I get from him. That's what I get, so.
Right, and I do believe the Jordan Lewis said, thank you, she's on the other side, and it makes sense.
That does make sense. Okay, thank you. I know I was like, this is the weirdest message I've ever gotten, but okay.
All right. Our next question here is from Tracy, who asks, will my business be profitable?
Yes, but you have to get exposure and give it the time that it needs, okay? So don't, it's not going to go from 0 to 100. You have to give it the time. It has to have the stepping process, okay, honey? I do get that you should talk about it a lot, get exposure, and that's on all kinds of social media is the best way to do that, okay? But it's definitely going to be successful for you, honey. It does look like within about 2 years, it's going to look a little different than it does now. So you're going to be adding a lot and taking away some things, okay?
All right. Our next question is from Martha, who asks, do I have lupus? My blood work came back positive for potential autoimmune disease.
It doesn't feel like lupus to me. It definitely is something that you're going to need to manage. I do hear that there are a lot of flares. So I'm seeing, yeah, they're showing me it's like your lymph nodes and things like that is what they're showing me, which just means that your system is obviously working too hard to clear. So I would do as much as you can to keep it clean. So nothing processed, no processed sugars, things like that. Caffeine, I'm hearing for you as well, so avoid caffeine if you can. But they're showing me your lymph nodes, so it's like your lymph nodes are the issue. So get them to take a look at that if you can, okay, honey? Yeah.
All right. 1 second, sorry.
That's okay.
All right. Our next question here is from, this is an email, so Falderbo, Falderbo, asks, what actions shall I take to fix my injury? Will surgery fix it?
So yes, surgery will fix it, but I hear that you need to do some physio or you need to do something before you do the surgery. They're showing me you in like water or floating. So it might be that you do it during water therapy or something to that effect. That's going to make it a little easier on you, okay, honey? But I do feel like you will eventually have surgery. It doesn't feel like that's going to completely eliminate the problem, but it's definitely going to improve it greatly is what I'm hearing, okay? Amethyst will help with the healing process after surgery. So if you can get some amethyst and just kind of keep it there in that area while you're healing. But I keep seeing you in water, so that there's something about the buoyancy of water that's going to help a lot.
All right. Our next question is from Tina, who asks, will Joseph move back to Nigeria or come back to our marriage?
I hear he's going back to Nigeria, honey. Sorry. Here's the thing. There's a big gap between the two of you in the way that things are moving for you guys. And it does feel like somebody else is meant for you. Somebody else is coming into your life that is going to be more in alignment. There's a lot of fear or a lot of problems going on with Joseph is what I'm hearing. And it's a lot of internal stuff. Has nothing to do with like you or the situation. It's like literally himself. So I wouldn't wait around for that, basically. Okay, so just be prepared for that. That's about to change. All right.
Okay. Our next question is from Gina P, who asks, what is my love life looking like for the future?
So it does feel like later this year, you're actually going to meet a really good person for you, honey. Okay, so this is somebody who is very much your vibrational match. You've done a lot of healing, you've done a lot of work, you've done a lot of clearing, so it's time for you to have that joy and happiness. So just be ready and prepared for it. It does feel very good, and you feel like a very different person with this person. So it shows me that this is definitely a very different relationship than ones you've been in before. Okay, so yay. Later this year, I'm feeling fall. Okay, so it's not quite winter yet. It just feels like the fall. That's fun. It's raining money. Yeah.
All right. Our Our next question here is from Sky, who asks, will I be getting a new job soon, please?
Within the next 4 months, I'm hearing that there is going to be a job change for you, okay? So if you haven't already, please get yourself out there, get your resume out there and start applying to places. I do feel like you have the ability to apply to things that you may not think are something you're skilled at. I do feel like there's an opportunity for something else for you, okay, honey? So it does feel better than what you're doing now, and it does feel like there's room for advancement where you're heading, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Our next question here is from Megan, who asks, will I be able to move to the UK full-time in the near future? And that's Meg Moore.
I'm hearing 2024, so not yet. There's a lot of things in the way of you having that ability, is what I'm hearing, okay? So give it some time, and it might even just be the application process is just really long and arduous, but it does feel like the beginning part of, so within about 4 months of 2024 is what I'm hearing, okay? So I mean, that's not too far away, I guess. We're halfway through this year, so you know.
All right, our next question here is from Jessica Fernandez.
Hi, Jessica.
Who sent $10 for both of her questions to be answered.
Okay.
And she asks, what sort of job will I get in September this year? Financial stability is very important to me. Do you see me and my forever person as doing well financially?
Yeah, absolutely. I do. I see you having financial abundance for sure. Honey, I'm seeing you in kind of an office, corporate office kind of feel is what it almost feels like. So whatever it is you do, as long as it's in an office space, it feels like it'll be an alignment for you, okay? You have a group of people with you there. You're not necessarily in the supervisory position, but you're somehow attached to this space is what I'm seeing. And it does look like there's going to be room for advancement for you and stability for sure financially, okay?
All right. 1 second here. That was the end of our list.
Just give us a couple of names and then write your list again if you need to.
I do see some people are asking how to get their question answered.
Yeah, for sure. So in my link tree, there's a donate button. Just click the donate button, put in the denomination you'd like to donate. Make sure you put your question and your name into the instructions to seller, and that way you get put on the list.
And I do see some people asking why the donations, if you just want to go over
So yeah, so the reason why is that I'm publishing my first children's book. It's called The Little Light, A Soul's Journey, and I have to come up with all of the funds beforehand because I am self-publishing. I am Canadian, so you know that's how that works. And it is quite expensive to pay the illustrator, the printing costs, all of that kind of stuff. So that's why. All right.
All right. Our new list here. Hold 1 second. Oh yeah. All right. One of our top gifters will be our next question. Okay. So Shima, who asks, will Nick and I reconcile and does it last forever? Thank you.
Yeah, it does feel like you guys are going to fix whatever's happened here, and it does look like there is going to be a reconciliation, and it is going to be a different experience, so it definitely feels better, and it does feel long-term, honey. So yeah.
All right. Our new list here. In order, our next question will be from Alexandra Nunez, I believe.
Okay.
Then, 1 second, I have to refresh our list. Sorry.
It's not refreshing.
It's okay. Then Mindy Sullivan, then Lipa, then Candy, then Cindy, then Dominique, then
there's one piece of hair. Then
Lindsay Moore, then Patty Gisar, I believe. Okay. Then Pretty Girl 78.
That's cute.
Then Stephanie, then Angela Abundance.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. So you guys are all next.
All right. So let me get back up here. It takes me.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
All right. Our next question here is from Alexandra, who asks, am I currently pregnant, or when will I test positive for pregnancy? I asked you before, and you said this cycle. Wondering if you still feel the same energy.
I do feel like it is imminent for you, so it's happening, honey. I don't feel like you're pregnant yet, but I definitely do feel like it's happening really quickly here for you, okay? So don't stress and worry about it. I do feel like it is happening. It's just not yet, is what I'm hearing. So you're not quite yet pregnant. Mm-hmm. Keep trying. Easiest thing to do, right? All right.
I do see some people going, I donated but didn't hear my name.
Yeah, if you didn't hear your name yet, it just means we haven't gotten to your name yet, okay? Mm-hmm. We have usually a fairly large list, so we go through just a little chunk at a time because it's a lot easier for people. We'll call out the next list after, and you can just see if you're there, all right?
All right, and you can talk about Instagram too.
Not yet. Okay. We still have lots of time.
All right. Our next question here is from Mindy Sullivan, who asks, will Corey and I reconcile to build a life together? If so, when?
So it feels like the energy between the two of you is really confused right now. So it doesn't feel like that's the alignment for you guys, okay? That being said, I do hear that it is a potential outcome, but you really have to sit and think about it and make sure this is what you want, is what I'm hearing from your guides, okay? So do some meditating, do some focus, and just make sure that this is what you want. If this is what you want, you definitely can move in that direction, honey, but I'm feeling a little bit of resistance about it. So I would just say sit with it first before you make the final decision that this is what you want to do, okay? Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm. Our next question is from Lipa, who says, hey, Lipa here. Is there someone new coming to my love life? Thank you.
Yeah, within 4 months I heard, so it's coming right away. There you go.
Right. Our next question is from Candy, who says, hi, can you tell me, will Daniel and I own a hobby farm, and will it be in Canada or Germany?
No, I'm hearing Germany, yeah. And yes.
All right. Mm-hmm. Our next question is from Cindy, who asks, what does my love life look like in the near future?
Mm-hmm. So with you, honey, it feels like about 7 months from now is when you're going to meet somebody who is your alignment, okay? So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Clearing away the past is what I'm hearing, okay? So not just past relationships, but also past trauma is what they're showing me. So do some meditating, really work on you, personal best stuff, anything that has to do with helping you feel better about yourself, okay? And I feel like this person's coming in very quickly. I get an A. It might be Aaron. I don't know. It's an A is what I'm seeing, okay? For the first letter of their name. There you go.
All right. I do see someone saying, if we donated, how do we ask our question?
Oh, in the donation, you were supposed to do that. Yeah. But, yeah.
If you hear your name called out or your email, just put it in the live.
Yeah, as soon as you hear your name, because we will still call out the name even if your question isn't there, just put it on the live, and that way we know who it is for.
Yeah. All right. Our next question here is from Dominique, who says, my name is Dominique. Is my daughter's father causing her harm in any sense?
No, I'm not getting that. It doesn't feel like that's where the problem is. It feels like it's something else for her. Okay?
All right. Yeah. Our next question here is from Lindsay Moore, who asks, am I getting this job or staying where I am?
I hear that you're staying where you are, honey. So I'm hearing the timing isn't yet. It feels like for you, your shifting in your career doesn't start until next year. Okay, so stick where you are for now. Yeah.
All right, our next question is from Patty Guisar, who says, hello, blessings. My name is Patty. When do you see Fernando Jr., Arias, and I starting a romantic relationship? Does he think about me when we are not at work? Thank you so much.
Yeah, it definitely feels like feelings are starting to grow, and they're literally showing me flowers. So that's always a beautiful imagery for a relationship starting, okay? I do feel like it's slower than normal, mostly because you guys don't spend a lot of time alone to have that kind of experience. So I would just invite him out to go for coffee or go for dinner or go for lunch or whatever you feel comfortable doing. But that's what I would do if I were you in that circumstance. It does feel like it's going way slower than it needs to. So somebody has to jump and say, hey, this is what we got to do. Definitely there's feelings on both sides is what I'm seeing. Okay.
Yeah. Our next question here, this is an email. So pretgirl78 at yahoo.com asks, when will I buy my house?
Next year. So it feels like it's around September next year. So it's going to be about a year from now.
All right.
Okay.
I can't tell if this person is in response to what I just said or not.
Oh.
They said name is June.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, our next question here is from Stephanie, who says, "Hi, struggling in my marriage. Any guidance from my guides?"
Mm-hmm. So, honey, it's really important that you take care of yourself, okay? And I know that you're used to not putting yourself first, but this year is really about you standing in your own strength and power and who you are, okay, honey? You always sacrifice too much is what I'm hearing from your guides, so it's time to take care of you and put you first for a change, okay? So starting there, that can be as easy as I'm going to go for a walk by myself just because I need to, you know, air out my thoughts, that kind of thing, okay? But whatever it is, it has to be some you time, putting you first, okay? It does feel like the relationship itself, communication is kind of breaking down or not really existent the way that it could be. So you could try, gentle communication is what I'm being told. So whatever that means, you might know it better than I do, but gentle communication and just talking through what's going on for you guys, okay? But I do feel like there is a chance to salvage what's going on. It really just has to be that you come together with the same expectations because you put yourself last all the time is what I'm hearing, okay?
All right. Our next question, and this is the end of our list, is from Angela Abundance, who asks, "Did someone put a spell in my way? I've had so many terrible blizzard and twisted things have happened to me, and people are very angry and rude to me. Also, will my truck back? Will my truck come back? Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't get yes for that, so I'm gonna just say no for that. I don't feel like it's necessarily that somebody's like hexed you or anything to that effect. What I feel like is like you've become receptive to the negative energy, and so because you are so open and receptive to it, it's just causing these hurdles in front of you, okay, honey? So what I would do is spend a bunch of time clearing away the negative energy that you're allowing or attracting into your experience, okay? So even though some bad things have been happening, it doesn't mean that you're hexed or jinxed or anything like that. It just means that that's kind of where your attention has been focused. So let's redirect our attention so that we can focus on something different, okay? And bring in more positivity. It's really important. Your mindset is really the trick and the key here, okay?
All right.
Is that your new list?
Yeah.
Okay. So listen for your name, guys.
So in order, we will be going... Our next question will be from Lauren, or Spiritual Lauren, then
like
Jocelyn, then Hannah Cottle, then Christy Lynn Lang. Hello again, Christy. All right. Then Pooja. Then we have Amanda Witten. Then we have J.D. Lewick. I'm not sure what her first name is. I don't remember. Then we have Treva Meraki. I'm not sure what their name is there either.
That's okay.
Then Elizabeth. Then
Elizabeth what?
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say, okay.
No. Then Jasmine. Then Kimberly. Then we have Anna K. Stewart. Then we have Sabrina Lightholder.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So the first one was what?
Spiritual Lauren.
Perfect. That's where we're starting.
Just get that up there. And if you still haven't heard your name, don't panic. We're still going through our list.
We're still doing the list. That's right. Although our time does fly very quickly. It's crazy.
All right. Our next question here is from Spiritual Lauren, who asks, "Will me and Baba get married?"
Yeah, it does feel like you guys are going to. Oh, yay. Make sure to keep me posted on that. All right.
All right. Our next question is from Jocelyn. That's a very cool name. Who asks, "Will my ex Ivan contact me soon?"
Yeah, it does feel like you guys are going to have communication within the next couple of weeks, is what I'm hearing, okay? Be ready and prepared, I hear. That's from your guides.
Sorry, someone just, the Angela Abundance says, "Was I getting my truck back?" Sorry, I didn't get the answer.
No, sorry. I got a no on that one. Sorry,
All right. Our next question here is from Hannah Cottle, who asks, will I ever own up my beauty business? Is this the right career for me, or is it my current position? When do you see me conceiving my first child?
It's definitely the right career move for you, I'm hearing. Just be patient, honey, and give it the time that it needs, okay? It just takes time for things to grow and get where it needs to be. I feel like your first child is, you're pregnant next year, is what I'm hearing, but it feels like later in the year, so it'll be the following year that you'll have the child, is what I'm hearing. All right.
All right, our next question is from Christy Lynn Lang. Hello. Who asks, hey Rebecca, you look fabulous.
Oh, thanks,
I have
honey.
taken your advice and stopped nagging and being accusatory, and me and Billy Mack have started talking more. Do you see us starting to spend more time together?
Definitely. And I do feel like it's a big change for both of you. It's going to feel like a different relationship here. Okay? Yay.
All right, our next question is from Pooja, who asks, I want to buy a few cars this week from Turner's auction. Will that be my good side hustle to resell them later? Should I continue the side hustle to be profitable? And am I with the right person in Relo? I think they got cut off there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Definitely, I feel like it's a part of the side hustle. It's not the only thing, though. So it does feel like there's something else as well, honey. And I don't know what you want answered with that last part of the question, unfortunately, because it's cut off. So I'm just going to leave it. But I do feel like there's a couple of things you're doing for side hustles. So it's not just this vehicle. It's also smaller things as well. All right.
All right. Our next question is from Amanda Witten, who asks, any thoughts or guidance on my career?
So Amanda, with you, it's interesting because they're showing me, it is, I don't know, I guess it would be like health and beauty is what I'm being shown, but it looks like you're self-employed or you're working for yourself, okay? So I don't feel like you're working for somebody else forever, okay? So this is something that's starting or going to be happening for you. They keep showing me hand lotion, so I'm not sure what that is, but that's what I keep seeing is like you're putting this lotion on your hands. So it might be, and I do feel like you're partnering up with somebody, but it does feel like you're going to be self-employed, and it looks like you're going to be doing it in a very big way, okay? So that's what I'm being drawn to. Okay.
All right, and Pooja said, am I with the right person in relationship?
Okay, thank you, honey. Yeah, definitely, it feels right. Thanks for clarifying.
All right, our next question here is from J.D. Lewick, who asks, can you please tell me if there is anything from my mom?
So with your mom, there's this really beautiful song I keep hearing, and I don't know if it's a lullaby or what it is, but it's like her way of identifying that she's there. It's so beautiful, and it's very melancholy in the way that it sounds. She has a very sweet energy about her, and she's definitely been watching over you is what I'm hearing, okay? So just be open and receptive. I don't know, this song is just so... it's very lullaby-y is how it feels, and it just feels like this is like her way of announcing when she's coming into your space is what I'm hearing, okay? And something about birds is also being shown to me, so like birds are her way of showing that she's around as well. But this song is so beautiful, like it's just in a way in trance. I'm going to caution you to take it slow. Don't force it, don't push it too fast, because it feels like there's a little bit of fear on his side, and I don't want you to push him away, okay? So allow things to happen and progress. This feels like the right vibrational match for you for sure, okay?
All right. Our next question is from Jasmine, who says, my name is Jasmine, 20 years old. Does Isaac have romantic feelings for me, and will we have a romantic relationship?
So it definitely feels like there's feelings starting to develop in Isaac, okay? So I do feel like there is going to be romance, there is going to be a relationship, it is going to happen, but I feel like it's not happening for a couple of months. So it might be that you're just talking for now, or you're just building a relationship with each other, and then it's going to shift from there, okay?
All right. Our next question is from Kimberly, who asks, any messages from my father?
So with your dad, first thing I hear is like Papa Bear. So I'm like, a strong presence is how he feels, and it's like, I'm there protecting you, I'm keeping you safe, I'm making sure nothing bad happens to my little girl, okay? So it's like a very like protective energy. That's the main thing I get from him, okay? I do feel like he does talk to you and communicate with you, so he does dream time with you. I do feel like when you're dreaming with him, you sometimes just think it's a dream, but it is definitely visitation. So I'm just gonna flat out tell you that it's a visitation from him. That's what I'm getting. But he's so protective of you, honey, and he's not gonna let anybody hurt you, okay? So relationship wise, what I'm getting from him is when a relationship's not working out, part of the reason why is because he scares them away if they're not good enough for you, okay? So he's really protecting that aspect of things for you, okay? So nice to have somebody that cares that much about us, right? I always feel.
All right, I will just read through the rest of our list here. So next is Anna K. Stewart, then Sabrina Lightholder, then
Love
Cody C., then Jody Nyland.
Okay, so you guys are next.
All right. Anna K. Stewart. All right. Anna K. Stewart asks, which province in Canada should I buy my first house and when?
So I got shown Quebec right away. I feel like it's next year. It's not this year, so it's going to be next year is when the property is available for you. Okay.
All right. Our next question is from Sabrina Lightholder, who asks, where is my immediate future headed?
So it looks to me like there's some big changes coming. It feels like you're relocating. So wherever you are living now, it feels like that's changing. It's definitely a good change, even though it might feel like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. It feels like it's the right thing to do. And I do feel like you're where you're at now, it feels like there's quite a distance to where you're going. So it's not just like next door kind of thing. And I do feel like your guides are pushing you to have complete change and cutting off, this is a weird way to say it, but they basically want you to cut off the limbs, so don't have access to the toxicity of certain people in your life, okay? I think that's why the move is so important.
All right. Our next question is from Cody C., who sent a $20 donation.
Oh, thank you, honey.
And their question is, will my business continue or will I be forced to sell?
No, I feel like you are going to continue, honey. It's going to be a bit tight. It's going to be harder than you want it to be, but it's definitely going to be worth it is what I'm hearing, okay? So I do feel like it seems like somebody's coming in and going to help either with an influx of financial support or some kind of support is coming in within the next few months for you. So don't give up on it is what I hear, okay? Definitely.
All right. Our next question here is from Jody, who asks, will my daughter marry Luke?
Yeah, it feels right. And they're going to have a family, so yeah. Feels good.
All right. While I update our list here, I'll just go through our top gifters.
Sure.
So Martha Zermeno Zero is one of our top gifters.
Yeah.
And she asks, hi, will I find the right person for me and when? And name, please and thank you.
Okay, so it's Adam, I think, is what I'm hearing. It's hard to hear it, but definitely Adam is the person, and I'm getting about 7 months from now, okay? So not yet, but they're coming, so, that's not too far away. All right?
All right. Did you just want to go over everything?
Sure, yeah. So I'm going to talk about my book again. What a surprise, right? So we're at 78 copies sold now. We are trying to reach the target of 2,000 copies sold. So if you're interested, it is a children's book. It's called The Little Light, A Soul's Journey. It is exactly what it is. It's the journey of the soul from the other side coming into this incarnation, and what that looks like, what the other side looks like, what we look like on the other side. I had an experience when I was younger where I actually crossed over and I was told it wasn't my time to be there and I was sent back, but I did get a glimpse of what our bodies look like, what the other side is like, and so I channeled this book, and it's a great book for kids to help them remember who and what they are, so that we're not these bodies, but we're actually a soul that's just living a human experience. And I have an artist who is very spiritual and awake and aware, and we were able to collaborate and just come up with these beautiful images of what the other side looks like. So it's a beautiful book for that purpose, is to help us remember and keep in contact with what we really are. If that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, please go pre-order yourself a copy. Everybody who supports early does get a special edition, so it will have the gold leaf on the front and then gold leaf paper as well. And I will sign the copy, obviously, for you guys because you supported early. So there's also other surprises, but I'm not going to tell you what they are. You're just going to get them in the mail. All right.
I do see that Treva Miraki, their phone froze, so she didn't hear her answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did answer it though?
We did, yeah.
Okay. So what will happen is after the live is done, I will upload the video from TikTok to my YouTube channel. So you can always go on there and just rewatch the video to get your answer, okay?
All right. Our new list here in order.
So listen for your name, and you guys are next.
All right, our next question will be from Misty, then Kate Lyon, then Bobby Joe, then Kristen Ad, then Jessica G, then Vanessa Ochoa, then Julia Anner, then Jenny the Great.
Love it.
Then Bree, then Boncar 1990, then Marissa, then... oops, sorry, went too fast. Yeah, that's it.
That's
for
good.
now.
All right. So who was the first one?
Misty.
Misty.
Yeah.
All right. And for those of you who have donated, I'm seeing that a few of you are saying I sent a donation. We're putting the list through as it's received. So if we haven't said your name, it doesn't mean that we're not going to say your name. It's just that we haven't gotten to your name yet, okay?
Yeah.
So don't spam us with that I donated, because we're going to go through the list and we're going to get to everybody. I always get to everybody. And if I don't get to you on the live, you can always send your questions over to my Instagram. I answer everybody. Always, 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 okay?
All right. Sorry, but
Yeah.
All right, our next question here is from Misty, who asks, do you have any messages for me from my spirit guide about love or career?
Okay, so it looks like your career is not changing for a couple of years, so there is going to be a change in your career. I do feel like there has to be a shift within you first before you can move into this career, is what I'm being told. Relationship wise, I do feel like somebody new is coming into your life, but not until next year. So it's 2023 is what I'm hearing. It's when you're ready. So there's some shifting that's happening for you this year. This year is a big year for a lot of people to change and shift and grow and step into themselves. Okay, and that's literally what I got for 2022, is that we're stepping into our power, we're stepping into who we are and who we're going to be. So once you do that, you're opening yourself up to this new life for yourself, okay? And it looks like it's happening a little bit later for you. All right?
All right. Our next question is from Kate, who asks, soon to be single mama, can I support myself and children by writing in the next month, or should I try something else? Maybe moving to the city in the meantime?
Yeah, I do feel like a move is necessary, definitely towards the city. I don't think that the writing is going to get you what you're looking for right away, but it's definitely the long-term plan is what I'm hearing, okay? So do it. Just know that it's not going to be the immediate resource that you're looking for, okay?
All right. Our next question here is from Bobby Joe, who says, 2 questions, please, and they sent $10.
Okay.
1, will I get a promotion soon? 2, will I get pregnant again? We've been trying for 18 months. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I do feel like the promotion is going to happen. It does feel like it's more towards November. So it's towards the end of the year is where you're getting a promotion. So hang in. It will happen. I do although see that you are not staying where you are permanently. So this is just a temporary situation. And then there's going to be an opportunity for a new job is what I'm hearing. So that's going to happen a couple of years from now for you. Pregnancy, I feel, is happening later in 2023, so it's more towards the end of 2023 is where you're going to actually get pregnant is what I'm hearing. Okay, so don't be disheartened. It's just the timing has to be right for the baby, not so much for you guys but so much for the baby, right? So that's what I'm hearing for you.
All right, our next question here is from Kristen AD, who asks, hi, will I marry John? And if not, will I eventually find someone?
I get resistance, so I don't think it is going to be John. So I see an S for the name, so I'm just going to leave it. I think it's Stephen. That's what I keep hearing. Yeah, so I'm going to go with the name Stephen is important. So that's the person that is going to be your life partner is what I'm hearing, okay?
And someone did send a donation but didn't include their question. They just said good luck on your book.
Okay.
That's Beth Beamer.
Okay, so Beth, if you can just put your question in on the live here so that we can get your answer, okay?
And she just said good luck on your book.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, our next question is from Jessica G, who says, hi, Rebecca. My ex and I are scheduled to go to court soon over a legal matter. Do you see the judge ruling in my favor? I appreciate all your help. Thanks.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it's going to be positive in your favor, honey. So I would let go of some of that stress, okay? Make sure you're keeping level-headed when you're in there, presenting yourself a certain way. I think that that's really important here, okay?
All right. Our next question is from Vanessa, who asks, what's the name of the person who I'm going to be in a romantic relationship with? How does the relationship look like?
So I'm getting the name Matthew. And so I'm going to just tell you the name Matthew is important. And it does feel like this is a different kind of a relationship. So this person is nothing like what you've been accustomed to. It's very different from what you're used to and what you've been in a relationship with before. Very soft-mannered, very respectful, very family-oriented, very committed, very loyal, sometimes to a fault is what I'm hearing. So it gets hurt a lot or has been hurt a lot. So there's a lot of wound that needs to recover. But I feel like you guys are going to heal each other here. Okay?
All right. Our next question is from Julia NR, who asks, will Rocco and I reconnect and get back together? If not, do you know who I will be with? Who will be my husband and have kids with? His name or where I will meet him and when? Yeah.
So I get, I'm not going to answer all of that, but I do get that it's not Rocco. It does feel like it might be David is the name I'm hearing. So I'm going to gear you towards that name because that's what I'm hearing. And I do feel like this person is coming in about a year and a half for you. So not yet, just because you have a lot of stuff you have to clear first so that you can be open and receptive to this person is what I'm hearing. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Our next question is from Jenny the Great.
I love it.
Who asks, anything my guys need me to know regarding career? I feel my job isn't right for me.
Definitely, I agree with you on that. You're a humanitarian, so you have to be doing something that's helping humanity, and that's not necessarily what you're doing right now. Anything that has to do with helping others is going to bring you more joy, honey. It might be a little less of the income that you're wanting, but it's definitely going to be bringing you the joy that you need, okay? So humanitarian efforts, that's like if you're not doing something that's helping humanity, you're not going to be happy, honey. Plain and simple. That's the message from them. You're here to help humanity, and that's really a big part of what you need to be doing. Okay.
All right. Our next question here is from Bree for Peace, who asks,
hi, Bree.
any guidance from my guides?
Yeah, honey. So again, there's still a lot of stress around you, and I would take some peaceful time, meditation time. I know you do that, but allow yourself, you got to get out of your own way because sometimes your thoughts are in the way for you. So allow yourself to get those messages that they've been trying to give to you. I do feel like they've been trying to communicate with you a lot more recently, or you've been trying to hear them more. So don't work so hard at it, just allow it, okay? I do feel like with you, maybe trying singing bowls or something to that effect might help you to hear them a little bit more. They want you to know that even though it feels stressful, things are shifting, okay, honey? So things are improving in a lot of areas in your life, and I think you need to hear that more than anything, that things are starting to improve.
All right. Okay. Our next question here is from Boncar1990, who asks, what career path should I choose?
Oh, okay. So what you're doing now isn't working is what I'm hearing. I do feel like sales would be great for you. For some reason, you do feel like somebody who has that kind of a personality. But where you're working right now, it's not working out for you, or it doesn't feel like it vibes for you. Okay. So I would focus on sales if you can. Even car salesman. I don't know why that's what I'm seeing, but I just feel like you'd be successful at it, I guess. And it would bring you the abundance that you're looking for, that immediate cash that you need. All right.
All right, our next question here is from Marissa, who asks, any guidance for my connection with T? We've been out of contact for a while, have been friends for years, but he is not committed. I always feel his energy.
So I don't feel like you two have the romantic relationship destiny. It doesn't feel like that. To me, it feels like this is somebody who's in and out of your life and is going to constantly be in and out of your life. This isn't your relationship person, okay? It's more like this is... part of your soul family, more so. So I would consider him more like family than a romantic or love interest, okay? So I do feel like with the two of you, this is kind of just the way that it's going to be permanently, like this, in and out, in and out, in and out. It does feel like he's going through some stuff right now, so give him the space that he needs. But I do feel communication is going to happen. It feels still, though, not until December. So it's like around the holidays is where it feels like you're going to connect again. Sorry, honey, I know that's a long time away.
All right, and I do see some people said that they missed their answer. So
okay.
If you just want to direct them to YouTube after.
Yeah, are they people that we've answered already, for
yeah.
sure? Okay, so if you've missed your answer or you didn't, you weren't here for when that was happening, you will find the video uploaded on YouTube later, okay? So once the live is downloaded from TikTok, I always upload it to YouTube, so you can go and watch the YouTube video and then get your answers there, okay, guys?
Mm-hmm. All right, our new list here.
New list, so let's listen for your name.
So in order, our next question will be from Alia, who said, did you answer just now?
Oh.
So Alia is next. Then Julie Raj 79 didn't put their question in, but that name is there.
Okay, so make sure that you're ready to put your question in, okay?
Mm-hmm. Then Brianna Blake. Then A. Pereira. Then we have Mirna Gutierrez.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we have, one second, Tiffany H.
Okay.
Then Kayla Velasco Sanchez. Then Khadija. Then that's it. Okay. All right, so next is Alia. And I know she's on the live because
she just asked, yes. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Alia asks, what year will I have a baby and will I get a car soon? If so, when?
Yeah, I do feel like you're getting a car in September, so you're going to need it then, apparently. And I'm hearing later next year for pregnancy for you. So not yet, but soon.
All right.
And the next person didn't put their question.
Julie Raj 79.
Okay, so Julie, if you're still on the live, can you put your question in for us?
All right. Next is Brianna, who asks, I got hired in one department at the hospital. Will the emergency department in the same hospital reach out and hire me? If so, when? Yeah,
I do feel like that's going to happen. I'm getting, though, it's a few months away still. Okay? Is she answering?
Yeah. All right. Our next question here is from Julie Raj, who asks, will I ever get a promotion in my current job, or should I be looking for new opportunities? I'm
hearing looking for new opportunities. It feels like it's kind of gatekept, so it's not easy for you to get a promotion where you're at. It doesn't feel like it's a very welcoming environment in that capacity, okay? So I do feel like you should look elsewhere, and I hear in about 7 months you're going to land a really good job. All right. I do see some people asking if we read top gifters as well. Yep. I definitely do top gifters, so if you want to gift here on the live, you can do that as well. All right. And Alia said she loves your hair. Oh, thanks, honey. I love it too. All right. Our next question here is from A. Pereira, who asks, will me and Aaron reconcile soon? Is he my soulmate? No, I get somebody else is coming in, and they're coming in about 3, maybe 4 months, actually. 4 months is what I'm getting. You guys had your thing, but it's over now is what I'm hearing, okay? So a time for somebody new to come into your life. Yeah.
All right. Oh, and someone asks how long your actual readings are.
45 minutes. Yeah.
All right. Our next question here is from...
You're welcome, honey.
I feel like we answered this one. I feel like we answered this
How
one.
could you have if it's just that they're... Which one is it? Read it to me and I'll tell you if I answered it or not.
Mirna Gutierrez asks, can you tell me if Jeff Jewett watches over me?
No.
No? Okay.
No, that's definitely not. Yeah, it looks like you have a lot of energies around you, honey. So I'm just going to say that, but I do definitely feel like Jeff is one of them. It's weird that you thought we answered that already, honey. Mm-hmm.
All right, our next question here is from Tiffany H, who asks, will my son and I have our own place soon?
Not yet, but I'm hearing a little bit later, so it's more in the fall is what I'm hearing, okay? So it's not happening this summer, but I do feel like it's later this fall, like the late part of fall. So almost the end of fall. That's the best way to put it. Almost the end.
All right, our next question is from Kayla Velasco Sanchez, who asks, will I be able to have any day a baby girl?
I keep hearing you're destined to have sons. I don't know. I don't know if you're going to have a girl. I don't get that. I get more you're going to have sons. Sorry, honey.
All right. Our next question here is from Khadija, who asks, she has two questions. She sent $10. Mm-hmm. She asks, should I submit my 2-week notice on Monday, and will I get a job at the health center my best friend referred me to?
Don't give your notice yet. I'm being cautioned with that. Hold off. You will get the job, I do hear, but it feels a little bit slower than what you're needing. So that's why I'm getting warned about you like giving your notice yet, okay? So don't do it yet. Just wait until everything is all said and done, okay?
All right. Mm-hmm. Our next question here is from... Oh, that was the end of our list.
There you go.
All right.
So you're just going to read it out?
Hmm? You're
going to read out the next part?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to refresh and we're going to read our list. Mm-hmm. So listen for your name.
All right. Yes. Our next question will be from Denna.
Mm-hmm.
And
write it down so you know where you're starting.
I'll read it out because I'm going to have to refresh the list again.
Okay.
All right, so Denna asks, will I meet my soulmate soon? How and when? And am I going to have a career change? What would that be? Thanks.
So I'm hearing that no on the career change, not yet. That's happening in a couple of years. With your relationship, I feel like that's coming in about October. So there's a shift happening around October for you when it comes to your relationship, okay? So a relationship coming in, that is your alignment, basically. And it feels like this person's coming in. You're going to meet in some kind of an event or some kind of a function with other people is what it feels like, okay? So if you have like a business event or something that you can go to, I suggest you go, is basically what it feels like. All right?
All right.
Did you?
I do see some people are asking if top gifters get their questions answered. If you just want to.
Yeah. We're focusing on the donation part, but if you are gifting on the live, yes, top gifters will get their questions answered.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Sounds like something's happening outside.
Yes. We also have about 20 minutes.
20 minutes, perfect. Okay. It's gonna get loud for a minute. I live downtown. Just try to ignore it. All right. I know we always do that though. Just read out a few of the names and then we'll go through.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get our list here. Here we go. Okay. All right. Our next question is from Shalina, I believe, who asks, "When will someone hire me? I'm getting discouraged from all the job rejections."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm hearing it's still about 4 months away for you, honey, okay? So try to stay positive. It is going to happen. You are going to find something. You are going to land a job, honey. And it's just the timing of it is happening in 4 months for you. Sorry, honey.
All right. Mm-hmm. Our next question is from Martina, who asks, Hi, Rebecca. Love the hair. Very 90s fairy vibes.
Yeah, thanks.
I wanted to know, is Dave M my twin flame / soulmate, or have I not met my twin flame yet?
No, I get the name James. So this is the person that is coming in that is your match. Okay, so James is the name that is important to you, honey. I don't know what's going on out there. I want to run and look though, you know? It's gonna get loud for a sec, sorry guys. Again, I live right downtown.
It's too funny. All right.
Let's have a party, right?
We'll go through our stripe ones now.
Sure.
Their questions.
Okay. You want to give us the list of the names?
I don't have it yet.
Oh.
It's not refreshing.
It's not refreshing?
No.
Interesting.
It's alright. It's a parade in your honor, someone says.
I don't know. I don't even know what's happening, honestly. But of course, it's got to be happening right now, right?
Yeah.
That's all joy. It's good. It's happy times. Right?
Yeah. Alright, our next question. If it's still going to work.
What is it doing?
Here we go.
Okay.
Alright, our next question is from Sabrina Lightholder again.
Okay.
Who asks, when will I find love, and does my mom have anything to say?
So for you, honey, I'm hearing a little bit later next year before a relationship can happen. It really has to do with the energy of what you have to clear and open up to, okay? You have to get really clear on what you're looking for in your partner, and that's a big part of it, okay? Your mom does visit you. I get the sense that she dream times with you a lot, so if you are remembering her in your dreams, please record it, because you're gonna get a lot of information that way, okay? I feel like she comes to you mostly at night. During the day, you feel like you're too distracted or too busy to have her communicate easily with you, okay? So it does feel like it's more at nighttime when you're relaxing and going to sleep. Although she does hear you when you communicate with her, so she does hear you talk to her, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's her validation.
All right. Our next question. 1 second.
What
Sorry,
are
my
you just
computer-
typing?
Yeah, my computer is not working.
Not
for the
not
list
responding.
Right now. Yeah,
That's all right.
that's okay.
I think they just like stopped at the corner.
Yeah, it's
here.
okay. They say that it's not too loud.
Oh, good.
Anyways.
Are you sure, guys? It sounds loud.
All right, our next question here is from Leanda Stellato, who sent $10
That's a
and
fun
said,
name.
yeah, and said, donated last time and didn't send my question through on Instagram like the first time.
Oh.
I've been single for 10 years. Do you see a relationship for me? And if so, when? Thank you so much, beautiful.
So what it feels like with you, honey, is it's going to be not your typical relationship. You have become very accustomed to the energy that you're in, and it's really difficult to allow somebody into your space. So I do feel like you're going to have a partner, but not necessarily somebody that comes and intrudes in your space. So it doesn't feel like you're gonna have like a husband, I guess, or like that kind of a partner. It just feels like this is somebody who's going to come into your life that you're going to spend time with, doing things with, but they're not going to live in your space, is what it feels like. Sorry, honey. I do feel them coming into your life really quickly, so I do feel like it's going to happen this year for you, but they're just not going to be a permanent fixture in your space, because you're very comfortable with the way that your space is, and it's hard to let somebody in after a bit of time has gone by.
All right, our next question here is from Autumn again, or Unyielded, who asks, any specific timing / hint at company name for my son's new job you said is coming this month? Is there something he needs to look for? I'm still in worry mode.
I know, don't be worried though. I do feel like you don't have to. I'm being shown an M, so that's the name of the company. Just have him put his resume online. That's where I'm getting the sensation. It's like, go online and put your resume on. Yeah.
It's going crazy out there.
I know.
We've got 15 minutes left, okay?
I'm sorry, guys. It's a good thing I can still focus and concentrate.
Yeah,
hey?
sure.
That's what 30 years of practice will do.
All right. Our next question here is from Khadija, I believe is how she said it again.
Okay.
Who says, last one, is there anything my guys need me to know before my birthday on the 23rd?
So make sure that before you actually have your birthday and you celebrate your birthday, that you take some time for yourself, honey. And during that time, you know, between a few days before, a few days after, there should be some point where you take time just to meditate and just focus on you, okay? So that's one of the biggest things that we don't do around our birthdays, spend time taking care of ourselves, okay? So they want you to get into this nice, deep, meditative state and just listen to them, okay? So be open and receptive and listen to them. I'm also seeing, they're showing me you doing clear, how do I write that, or how do I say this, like automatic writing, but it's done in the psychic way, so where you do like the circle and you're not thinking anything and then stuff comes in, okay? That's a nice way for you to open up and let that information in, okay?
All right, our next question is from Jessica Fernandez again. We're just going through all of the second donations.
Sure. Hi, Jessica.
Who asks, when will my dad be released?
So I'm hearing not until, like 2024 is what I'm hearing. So if it's supposed to be sooner, I'm getting it's not until 2024. All right. Sorry, honey. I hope you were prepared for that.
All right. Our next question is from Jody again, who asks, will my son Bryson marry his fiance Sam? Should I sell my business soon?
No, for your business, not yet. I do feel, they're definitely getting married. It does feel like it might be happening next year, though, not this year. So if they're planning it on this year, it feels like there's a delay or it's not happening till next year.
All right. Our next question is from Pretty Girl 78 again, who asks, hi, I'm Rebecca. Oh, okay, so their name is Rebecca. And they ask, will Octavio confess his feelings for me? Is he the one?
Oh, I feel really good, and I get goosebumps, so that's validation 100%. Be open and receptive to allowing that to happen because you deserve it. Plain and simple, I'm going to say. I feel really good about this, so definitely.
All right. 1 second here as I write down this name. All right, our next question, one moment, is from Lindsay again, who asks, what should I do to expand my abilities more, and when do you see this change for me? Hoping this will be what I do full-time next year.
It's going to be before... I'm hearing for you, definitely you'll do it full-time, honey. Not as far away as you think, okay? One of the most important things one of the most important things with opening up is trusting the information that's coming in, okay? So when you're getting visuals for you, because you're very clairvoyant, you're very clairaudient, when your visuals are coming in, it's really important that you're keeping a record of it so that you can look back at it, because I feel like for you have precog, which means that you sometimes will have visions of the future, or sometimes you'll even dream the future, and you don't necessarily correlate the two. So honey, you're a lot more open than you think you are, okay? That's something your guides are really telling me. You're a lot more open, you're a lot more psychic, and a lot more in tune than you think you are, okay? So practice on as many people as you can. That is.
All right.
Do you want to just take a look out the window there, Randy, and just see what's happening?
I think they're like right at the street.
It feels like they're right on the corner.
They are.
Yeah.
It's.
Is it huge?
Well, there's fun stuff happening.
Does it look like they're going to be leaving anytime soon?
No, it does not.
So I'm sorry, guys. I hope it's not too distracting for you guys. I mean, we are almost done the live.
But... we can just do a few more questions.
Yeah, we'll do a couple more questions because I feel like that's not going away anytime soon, and it's not fair.
All right. Our next question here is from Martha, who asks, when will I conceive/gender?
So I'm hearing for you, you're going to get pregnant next year, and I do feel it's going to be a little boy.
All right. Our next question. 1 second. Oh, maybe it is leaving. All right. Our next question is
I thought that before too, and then it didn't get quiet. It got loud again.
All right, our next question is from Stephanie again, who says, "Hi again, just curious, I've applied to a few apartments. Will any of them be a green light? Thank you so much, grateful for you."
Yeah, 100%. It does feel like you're going to have one of the ones that you've recently, so I told you, one of the ones you've recently applied to is going to call you back, okay? So it definitely is going to be positive. All right,
this will probably be our last one.
I'm going to say this is going to be our last one because that's insane, and I'm so sorry, guys. I apologize. Downtown is not always the best place to live, I guess. But I will be back on again. If you have donated and I don't get to you on the live, just send your questions over to my Instagram with your email so that we can get your answers there, okay, guys? All right. Sorry.
You can go over everything.
Sure, yeah. So if you do want to pre-order a copy of The Little Light, you can do so through my website, www.rebeccadragonheart.com, or you can go up into my link tree and you can pre-order it there. Anybody who helps support in the early parts is getting a special edition, which is going to have the gold leaf and then gold leaf paper, plus signed copy as well, and a little extra is going to be thrown in there for you guys as well, okay? So if you do want to support me in that way and go pre-order yourself a copy, it would be awesome, or share it with people you think would be interested in it. That would be awesome too. All right. This will be our last question for the day. Sorry, guys. Definitely, if you are missed, send your question over to my Instagram, okay?
All right. And if you don't have Instagram, email.
Yeah, if you don't have Instagram, you can email it to me at rebeccadragonheart44@gmail.com, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Our last question is from Treva again,
Okay.
who asks, "If I don't reconcile with Travis, though I really want it to work, when is my new person coming? My intuition says end of summer or fall. Can you confirm? What's initial of first name?"
I'm getting October, and I'm definitely getting a T. It's probably Thomas. That's the name I'm getting. So Thomas is what I'm seeing, okay? So it's October is when I feel that happening. All right, guys. Sorry about the distraction there. I'll try to make sure that doesn't happen again. It's weekend, right? So it's so crazy sometimes downtown.
Right. And some people are still asking how did they get their question answered.
Yeah, so if you have donated and I didn't get to you, just send your question over to my Instagram. Make sure you put your email in with your question so that I can verify that you did donate, okay? And if you do want to pre-order a copy of the book, it's up and ready to go. Thanks, guys. We'll see you again in a couple of days, okay? So I'm not going to be off for very long. It will be a weekday the next time I'm on, though, okay? Love you guys. Bye.